Yang. Yang is a Patreon member, and he's asked me to break down this little lick from the kind of video that I did talking about my experience with the FM3 and the FC6 and the incoming fractal FM9. So essentially the lick that you saw in the intro there, I was playing it over and over again. It's kind of a slowish tempo for a legato lick, you know, nothing blazingly fast or anything, but I think it's important to try and play it fairly evenly and fairly in time. If you want this to sound like mine, probably play it out of time. But yeah, to play it in time would be a good thing. So we're dealing with subdivisions of sextuplets, so like a triplet feel. And let's just jump into it, I guess. So we're starting on the 4th beat of the bar. And obviously that's like a pentatonic run down or run up. Here in D flat, we're in this kind of 8th fret to the 10th fret, and then down to the D string, just continue down that pentatonic scale. So we're in the 2nd box shape. So that's bar 1. Then the next bar, we come out of this going. So this kind of thing. So what we've got going on there, so we're kind of thinking now in 3 note per string, or you know, this major kind of shape. And what we're going to do is we start on the 8th fret, and we're going to jump up the 3 note, back down. So like that, so 5 notes. So and that's what you get there. And then 8, 10, 11 on the G string. So that's kind of the pattern there. So B flat, D flat, E flat, C, D flat, E flat, and then F, G flat, A flat, jump up to the C, back down to the A flat, then B flat, C, D flat, and then when we're at the top, so just again from the start. So it's going to feel a little bit weird as you start to put it together. So some of these transitions and stuff kind of happen around the beat. You're not going to be picking on strong notes, and yeah, so it's going to feel potentially quite strange. The idea is to get used to the feeling of sextuplets, which don't necessarily have to be starting or finishing with you picking on the beat or anything. So you're sort of picking around the beat and trying to keep that even, no matter what the kind of note groupings implied might be. So what did we get to? So that's the part here on the top E string. So up to D flat to an F, back to the D flat, then to this E flat, to the F again, to the C, to the A flat, then down to this F, then up to the B flat, and then we're going to come down like the pentatonic scale. Off of that B flat there, so down to the A flat, so you get this. And then I'm going to be sliding here from the G flat to the F. Then some pentatonic stuff to end, so we come up to this F. So a bit of a stretch there. Like a very normal pentatonic stuff. So all together it should sound like this. So I'll put on a click for a bit. 1, 2. I'm going to assume you've watched enough videos on licks to know that probably most people would start this thing off slower rather than fast, so you gradually increase the speed incrementally, start off with it nice and slow and try and play it consistently in time. So with a metronome. Where you're rushing and things. Russian, she was furious. And then you can gradually increase it. And so on. That sort of thing. Anyway, hopefully that was vaguely interesting to at least one person. Yang, hopefully that's you. If you want the tab for this, I'll put it up on my Patreon along with the backing track, which I'll put up at a couple of different speeds, so you can practice it kind of slower and then at the actual tempo I played it, and then maybe a bit faster as well. Feel free to like and subscribe, and let me know in the comments if there's other kind of lessons you want me to talk about. With this legato stuff, I'm trying to pick quite lightly with this right hand and also decouple that from having to be like on the beat or anything. I'm not really thinking of the right hand as doing much of a tempo thing except for the very first beat of the bar. But if it's not picking because it's not on a string change, then I'm also not relying on this hand either. So hopefully that was useful. Cheers.